Have you ever felt a kind of emptiness you couldn't name? Not sadness, not fear, just space. A hollow in your chest, a silence that swallows everything else. If you've ever struggled to fill the void in your soul, then, without realizing it, you already understand chaos. In Greek mythology, chaos wasn't destruction. It wasn't madness. It was nothing. Chaos was the first being, the origin of existence. It had no form, no shape, no body. It wasn't darkness. Darkness came later. Chaos was the gap before light and shadow, the chasm before gods and matter. It wasn't a monster or a person or a place. It was a concept. That's important. Chaos, like much of early Greek mythology, reflects more than just stories. It reflects philosophy, the way ancient Greeks wrestled with the most human questions. Where do we come from? Why are we here? Why does existence feel so fragile? The ancient Greeks didn't think in rigid definitions. Instead of saying chaos is this, they allowed chaos to be undefinable, a living absence, a presence of nothing, a necessary precondition for creation. You can think of it like this. You can't fill a cup unless it's empty. You can't build a world unless there's space to build in. Chaos is that space. Chaos has no shape, no face, and no agenda. But in the minds of ancient Greek philosophers and poets, it became a metaphysical idea, the necessary condition before anything else could exist. Philosopher-poet Alcman called chaos the same as poros, the contriver, the one who makes way for all things. Even time, chronos, and inevitability, ananke, were said to emerge alongside chaos in the oldest Orphic traditions. In this way, chaos wasn't evil or destructive. It was sacred nothingness, the canvas upon which the universe would one day be painted. In Hesiod's Theogony, the origin of everything begins not with light or gods, but with a void. First came chaos, then Gaea, earth, the ever-sure foundation of all, and then Eros, desire, the most beautiful of all the deathless gods. Theogony, lines 116 to 120. So from chaos, the first offspring emerged. Gaea, the earth, stability, the beginning of form. Tartarus, the deep underworld, hidden far below. Eros, the force of attraction, love, creation. Nyx, night, the dark veil. Erebus, darkness, the shadowed void. These children represent core concepts of existence, matter, death, desire, and darkness, rising out of the unshaped emptiness of chaos. Unlike modern religion, where creation is orderly, the Greeks imagined primordial concepts emerging organically, sometimes even chaotically, from formless nothing. Chaos didn't create like a god with intention. Chaos produced these beings as if the universe was exhaling its first truths: earth, night, darkness, desire. If we follow Hesiod, chaos didn't just birth destruction, it birthed everything necessary. The earth beneath us, the pit below us, the desire that drives us, and the darkness that still lives in our dreams. The Greeks weren't afraid to say, yes, the void is real, but from it comes all that matters. Chaos is difficult to define because by its very nature, it defies definition. It is shapeless, formless. It has no body, no boundaries, no clear beginning or end. And perhaps it doesn't need to be defined. Chaos is nothing, and yet it holds the potential for everything. It is endless, ungraspable, and yet from it come the foundations of earth, desire, darkness, and night. From the silence of chaos comes the rhythm of existence. From the formless void, being takes shape. And that, perhaps, is the deepest truth in all of Greek mythology. Before there was order, there was chaos, not to destroy the world, but to give it room to become. In Greek philosophy, chaos was more than myth. To Plato, it resembled an invisible womb, a vast shapeless container, holding the raw impressions of all things before they were formed. Not a void, but a cosmic backdrop, the very space where creation could unfold. To Aristotle, chaos wasn't simply nothing. It was the foundation beneath all physical existence, a necessary condition that allowed the material world to take shape. It was no longer just a poetic image, but a subject of serious thought, challenging the idea that space could ever truly be empty. In both myth and philosophy, chaos isn't destruction. It's the opening through which reality begins to breathe. I hope you enjoyed this exploration into the myth and meaning of chaos. Remember, chaos is the beginning of all things. To the ancient Greeks, before gods, before earth, before even darkness, there was chaos. If today's journey through Greek mythology sparked something in you, please like, share, comment below, and don't forget to subscribe. We have so much more to come. Let's keep exploring ancient wisdom, one story at a time.